Singapore's so boring.
I don't know where to bring my girlfriend. Everything in Singapore is so expensive. I'm broke.
Do you fit any of these categories in this month of love? Valentine's Day is around the corner, and are you still struggling? Don't worry, I got you guys covered. Here's 3 last-minute Valentine's Day ideas that might save you before your date scolds you. I'll be covering 3 categories of dates: sentimental, gaming, and spontaneous. At the end of each date, I'll let you know if it's budget friendly and rate it on a romantic scale. And don't worry singles, I've got a bonus idea just for you at the end of the video. So, can my date idea save you from your loneliness in Valentine's Day? Let's find out. Welcome to date number 1. Sentimental couples are all about creating those deep, meaningful memories. Why not you bring a date to the first ever restaurant you guys had your lunch together? Let's go. Okay, to start off our date, we're going to have some lunch to Shabu Sai. Okay, so if you want to order first, you scan the QR code. There's a timer based on whatever you want to do, dinner or lunch. Then you just order a soup base, and then you order your meat. Then you can have a good lunch. They even have a free flow drink bar and an ice cream station here. Find your plates over here. I'm going to gather my favorite ingredients. I usually like to go for Shanghai green. You know, I always have your greens. Good for your bones and your teeth. And one of my most favorite, enoki mushrooms. When it comes to cooking, don't keep it too long in the heat because you overcook and then it will not taste nice. It's pretty decent. Just dip it in the sauce, and I'm just gonna enjoy it my style. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. My Shanghai green. Oh. That's good though. For our date, we chose Shabu Sai. However, this place is not halal friendly. If you're looking for a similar option, Captain Kim is a great choice. It's a halal certified Korean barbecue and hot pot buffet. Okay, let's talk about the important details. How much does it cost? We went for the regular adults options, which are these. Generally for lunch, from Monday to Friday, it is priced at $18.99 per person. If you like free flow plain water, it's an additional 50 cents. And for the free flow drinks with the excess of ice cream bar, it's priced at $2.50 per person. We chose plain water and our total bill came about $56.35. Overall, the place had a really good service with really friendly staff and we had a pleasant time there. I'm not even sponsored and I'm promoting this place for free. Shabu, please sponsor me. Now that lunch is over, let's head to the next location, Vivo City. Let's go. Okay, so in basement 2 of Vivo City, there's a lot of food stalls, drinks and full course meal they can buy here. So we're gonna get something here and then we'll head over to the beach. Let's go. For halal friendly options in B2, you can check out these options. Normally I love to grab wok here, but sadly it was temporarily closed for renovations. Okay, I almost forgot. Remember to come to FairPrice before we head over to the beach. It's also located at basement 2, right next to the Frozen Heart place. I'll tell you why later. Come, let's go. Since we already have the picnic items we need, we're just going to pick up a few essentials. Head to the second floor, there you'll find a disposable table cover for $1.01 each. Then get some plain water for 45 cents each. So we got all the things that we need, so now we're going to head over to the monorail and head over to Sentosa. Let's go. We decided to take the monorail for our trip and paid $4 for the entrance fees using our EZ-Link cards. However, there are other ways to travel to Sentosa. You can walk or cycle via the Sentosa Broadwalk for free. The destination we will be heading to is the beach station. Well, I think it's like my 5th or 6th time being here, but no matter how many times I come here, it's always fun. So where we are heading to is Siloso Beach. Surprisingly, there's a lot of crowd here actually at this time because we are out on a weekday, and I never expected this many people to be here. Are we still going straight? Yeah. Okay. So if it's raining, guys, just remember there's a shelter here, Emerald Pavilion. Okay, so we have set out the mat already. This is why I asked you guys to go to the supermarket. You can use this to relax and chill. But I'm going to use my chair that I bought online. Yeah. Look at that. Ow! Hey, no! No! Stop recording everything. Alright, so I actually brought an activity to do here. Close your eyes, it's a surprise. And I want you to choose one. Oh. So I thought that instead of buying you flowers, we could paint flowers instead, and you can bring it back home as a good memory, because flowers wither and paint don't, like our love. So this is what I'll be painting, and I feel so bad for John Cena because this is what she's painting.
It's upside down.
Oh shit. Unfortunately, the sun was setting, so I couldn't see much. This is all I could manage to paint. If you're planning to do this activity, try to come earlier. Well, for our picnic activity, the painting canvas and the chairs were just something that you can easily grab on Shopee for less than $30. Make sure to bring an umbrella and wear sunscreen for this day. Dress comfortably as you'll be spending the time in the sun. Sentosa has several beaches, so pick the one that suits you the best. If you want to add more activities to the day, you could go for a swim or even play frisbee, depending on what you both enjoy. Okay, so that's one of my favorite constellations. It's actually Spica from the constellation Virgo. Like me, I'm Virgo too. Okay guys, this is for y'all. I've been teaching astronomy for almost 10 years and I memorized the entire night sky. But not to worry, I have a fantastic tip for y'all. Download this app called Star Chart, not sponsored by the way. Memorize your partner's horoscope, and then on the date, show it to her in the night sky, and I'm sure she'll be impressed. It's a good thing to come here because they always have fireworks at night. Stargazing is completely free, but if you want to enhance the experience, you can grab some binoculars or even telescope if you want to get a closer look at the stars. Now, let's conclude date number 1. Overall expenses of the date cost about $88.80 or $44.40 per pax. Well, as you can see, the overall date is very affordable. If you want to compare this to an exquisite dinner in a fancy restaurant, it may cost the same or even more than what I've spent here. And I'm doing way more activities with this price range, which is a win in my book. Hence, is this date very affordable? Yes! Okay, on a romantic scale from 1 to 10, how much would you rate this date?
8 out of 10.
Nice! Alright, she has given her ratings. Let me know in the comments down below how much would you rate this date. Without further ado, let's head to date number 2. Welcome to date number 2. For gaming couples out there, instead of staying at home and playing game all day, why don't you bring a partner out here and have some competitive fun? Or maybe let her win sometimes. Walk towards the Rendezvous Hotel from Dhoby Ghaut MRT exit E and F. From there, turn left and head all the way straight to Prinsep Place, and from there, turn right down the stairs into the alleyway until you reach Play Nation. Okay, we're getting pretty hungry right now, so we're gonna order some food. So, salted egg spaghetti for you and me. Nice, let's go for that. We got our food in less than 10 minutes, and man, the presentation of the food looks so appealing. Wow, salted egg spaghetti, the chicken, tastes amazing. Time for some board game recommendations. So I'm just gonna go recommend a few beginner-friendly board games here because you can see there's a lot here, right? So if you can't afford Escape Room, you can play Unlock. So it's like a board game version of Escape Room where you can just go around and find clues and stuff like that. So this is a good option for you, and it's like 1 hour duration. You can try Pandemic. It's a great game where you are a bunch of people who try to save the world with virus and whatnot. So this is a great 2-player game. You can play with a partner. Another simple game you can try is called P for Pizza. So it's like word association, but you have to build a pyramid of pizza. If there's more 2-player games that you guys are looking for, it's right at the back. Let's go. So this is where most of the 2-player games is located. Keep in mind, you're in a board game cafe. Don't play Monopoly. Please don't. You don't need to play Monopoly. There's so many other games you can try. Monopoly is not the only board games there. Just letting you guys know. The game we are currently playing is called Pandemic. If you guys want to know how to play board games, let me know down in the comments and I will make a separate video about it. There are two types of packages available. One for board games only and another that includes both consoles and board games. All packages come with free flow drinks and snacks. We spent $47.58 in total, $23.79 per pax. As for the food, unfortunately, it is not halal certified. However, they do offer some vegetarian options. But honestly, you're coming here more for the games than the food. If you're planning to visit, it's ideal to book in advance by contacting them via WhatsApp or giving them a call for reservation. Their operating hours are Sunday to Thursday 12 PM to 11 PM and Friday to Saturday 12 PM to 3 AM. I'm pretty much not sponsored for this entire video, so I really appreciate it if you guys will like and subscribe to help grow my channel. Thank you. Wait, hold on. I'm just giving these date ideas yet. Did you ever wonder how this Valentine's Day history came about? Well, I did my research and now I'm going to give you a quick history on how Valentine's Day was created. And here we go. Valentine's Day traces its origins back to ancient Rome, where the mid-February festival of Lupercalia was celebrated as a fertility ritual. During the festival, young men will strike women with whips made from animal hides, believing it will boost fertility. Additionally, the tradition involved a matchmaking lottery where single women's names were placed in a box, and men would randomly draw a name pairing them for a year. Some of these pairings even led to marriage. In the 3rd century AD, the Catholic Church sought to replace pagan tradition like Lupercalia with Christian practices. Saint Valentine, a priest in Rome, defied Emperor Claudius II's ban on marriages for young men, secretly performing weddings in defiance of the law. When discovered, he was arrested and sentenced to death. According to legend, while in prison, he healed a jailer's blind daughter and left her a note signed, "From your Valentine." His story became the foundation of the holiday we now celebrate as Valentine's Day. By the Middle Ages, February 14 became linked to love and courtship, especially in France and England. It was thought to mark the start of the bird mating season. This idea was cemented by English poet Geoffrey Chaucer, shaping the tradition we know today. By the 15th century, people exchanged handwritten love notes, which later evolved into a mass-produced Valentine's Day cards in the 19th century. Today, Valentine's Day is celebrated worldwide, from romantic gestures to friendships. Now, back to the date. For our next activity, we made it to Punggol Container Park. Since we weren't too hungry, we just grabbed a quick snack before heading to the pool hall. Okay, so for the special occasion, don't do what I did because I brought my gear. Yeah, don't do this on a date. So since you don't have a gear, I'll teach you how to pick a house cue. So, first thing you need to check is the tip. As long as the tip is nicely round like this, you're pretty good to go. Okay. The second thing you need to do is check whether the cue is straight. So I just roll this and just check if there's any bump. And so far it looks okay. So this is a decent cue to play with. Let's test it out, okay? Yeah, pretty decent. That's an interesting thing. I played this game when I was 12 and I was playing with my dad for quite a number of years. My passion grew and I started to get a coach and I started playing this a bit professionally. And I'm going to do a trick shot. Let's see if it works. The place we headed to for dinner and pool is called Punggol Container Park. If you're taking public transport, there's a nearby bus stop with bus 3, 83 and 85. The closest LRT station is Riveria, and from there is just a short walk to the area. But if it rains, you might want to bring an umbrella. The area itself is packed with eateries and bars, most of which open closer to the evening. There's even a halal restaurant here. Besides food, there are a couple of fun activities to check out. There's a bouldering gym nearby for those into climbing, a prawning spot if you want to chill and grill your catch, and of course the pool hall we came for. For this date, we grabbed some snacks and drinks from Kan Kao Mine. This particular pool hall accepted cash and nets when we visited, but we didn't spot any ATM nearby, so do come prepared. There's no fixed pricing either, so it charges by the minute. And for the hour we played, it came up to about $15 a table. Also just a note, this place only allows players aged 16 and above. Even though I brought my own pool gear, I tested out the in-house cue sticks, cue ball and chalk provided, and they were in usable condition. They also offer drinks and snacks if you need a quick bite. To wrap up date number 2, the total cost came to about 85.31 or 42.65 per pax. Definitely more budget friendly than our previous date. This one's perfect for couples who enjoy games and a bit of friendly competition. Romantic scale? We'll give it a 7 out of 10. It's a chill and entertaining spot, but maybe not the most intimate setting. And finally, on to date number 3. Welcome to date number 3. If you and your partner don't know what to do, then this date is just for you. Just simply throw all your preferences in a wheel spinner and let it decide the date for you. No stress, no overthinking, just a fun, spontaneous adventure. Since this is an impromptu date, I'm not going to do all this cool montage that I did in the previous date. I'm just going to keep it simple. Okay, so me and John Cena, we have put 5 of our date ideas in the spinner. So there's a total of 10 dates right now. So I'm just going to spin and see what we get, and then we get to the location. So without further ado, 1, 2, and 3. Nice, we ended up in Science Center. Let's go. Alright, so we made it to Science Center. The last time I was here is when I was a kid. So let's see how this impromptu date is going to turn out. If you haven't booked your tickets in advance, scan the QR code at the entrance. Can you see the ball rolling uphill? In reality, it's not. We're having so much fun with the exhibits there and we didn't even realize how fast time was flying. What the hell? I have to charge for how long?
What? Hey, we did some exercise. What is this? Then click it over to the wall and press pause to create a shadow. What the?
Oh, it flashed. So press. Okay, so we're going to rescue this Machi from the flood. So let's go. She did. Okay, so we're going to enter the Science of Fear. Apparently, it's an exhibit for all kind of phobias that you will know. I kind of know my phobia, but let's see whether they can figure it out for me. So what phobia is this? Phobia of King Kong? Hey, monkey! Roar! Test if your instinct is to fight, flight, or freeze. Oh, so if I want to see if I want to run, freeze, or... Okay. I assume something is going to attack us. I guess my instinct is to fight. Problem. I actually have claustrophobia. So let's see if I'm actually scared and I'm going to scream out, shall we? So I have to slide under the coffin. Oh! Opidiophobia, fear of snakes. In fact, be involuntary. No. I have arachnophobia, so no spiders, no. No, I'm not putting my hand in there. Wait, what is it going to do? Is this going to simulate claustrophobia? The kid got scared. She was like, whoa! Good morning, everybody. Welcome to my speech. I like how you guys... I wasn't done speaking, you know. I like how you guys are laughing for the jokes that I haven't even said yet. Bye, guys. Seriously? God damn it! To get to Science Center, you can take bus 66, 178, 198 and 335, and the nearest MRT station is Jurong East. Even though we bought our tickets in person, since it was an impromptu date, I recommend purchasing tickets online in advance for a smoother experience. The pricing for Singaporeans and PRs varies based on peak and off-peak hours. These are the details. Since we came on an off-peak day, entry was completely free for us, which is a nice bonus. Take note that there are other attractions like Kids Stop, Omni Theatre and Snow City. One of the cool spots we visited that was not part of the video was the Mirror Maze and the Pool Gallery, both of which was lots of fun, but we didn't film them due to limited time. The Science Center is open every day from 10 AM to 5 PM, except on Mondays. However, they typically start wrapping things up by 4:30 PM. So if you want to make the most of your time and have the full experience, it's a good idea to get there a bit earlier. Okay, so Science Center was pretty fun, but we're going to decide our next activity. So we're going to spin the wheel and see what's next. Before that, I'm going to delete Science Center. I think Science Center is okay, right? Let's go. Let's see what's next. Wow, we actually ended up with karaoke. I know a place nearby, so let's head over to the MRT and go to the location. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we made it to Woodlands. We were getting a bit hungry, so before we head over to karaoke, we're going to let Will decide on what we're going to eat here. Okay, so I'm just going to put in some options here in the wheel. All done. So let's spin the wheel and find out what to eat at Woodlands. Okay, so we are eating at Anders by Aston's. So where is that? We have to go find. Anyways, let's go eat. We managed to find Anders by Aston's at Wood Square Mall, and luckily for us, we didn't have to wait much to get a table quickly. However, the food took a while and I was hungry. Okay, so John Cena ordered fiery chicken and Coke float, and I ordered black pepper chicken with root beer float. So since this is Aston's, I'm sure the food is going to be great. So I'm just going to dig in. And finally, it is time for karaoke. Enjoy. E, F, G, L, N, O, P. Can't you see, honey, you're from me now. We were meant to be dancing in the moonlight, gazing at the stars so bright, holding you until the sunrise, slipping until the midnight. Since it was an impromptu decision to have a fun karaoke session, we did a walk-in without reservation. That said, it's always better to make reservation in advance, as availability can be limited. We got there around 6:55 PM, just before the 7 PM peak hour rush, and paid $22 an hour for 2 packs. It was pretty comfortable, though the air conditioning was freezing. Maybe because I was still recovering from being sick. One great thing about Teo Heng KTV is that you can bring your own food and drinks, though we didn't need to since we had our dinner. The only downside was that the mic and computer in our room had some display issues. On the bright side, the song selection was fantastic. Plus, you can even access YouTube, so the song option was pretty much unlimited. Here's a bonus activity you can do to wrap up your date. Head to the nearest photo booth, glam yourself up, and capture some memories. In summary, we spent a total of $57.40, $28.70 per pax. This is by far the cheapest date out of all. It was honestly our most favourite date. We enjoyed the spontaneous aspect of this date, and the Will did a great job for us. Romantic scale, John Cena rated it 9 out of 10. And finally, bonus for singles, here are some fun facts. In China, singles celebrate their version of Valentine's Day on November 11, known as Singles Day, which is also one of the biggest shopping events in the world, so yes, we can make it a thing here in Singapore too. In countries like Finland and Estonia, Valentine's Day is also called Friends Day, focusing on celebrating friendships. So with all the ideas I've shared so far, do the same shit with friends. If you have no friends, just die.